Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500, and welcome back to Project Red Therapy. Probably going to be the last video, or it might be the one before, or then it might be the penultimate. Bad joke. Let's get on with it, let's get it finished. Okay, so following on from the last video, what have we got left to do? Let's have a look what we got left to do. We have got to do this headlight, DRL. We've got to glue that on, or glue that back on, the surround, put the DRL back in place. We've got to take the bumper off, obviously, because we've got to repair this. So that's the main thing to do. We're waiting for the seat cover to come back. I've got to do the seat cover. I've got to clean the seats, and I've got to take the front wheels off. I've got to clean and paint the front wheels like I've done on the back. And what else? I'll refurbish the wheel trims, get those on. Some good news, if you remember on the previous video, I mentioned that there was a bit of a creak coming from the back. I don't know what that was, but it's gone. I've just driven 3 miles in it, and there's been no creaking whatsoever. So I don't know what it was, but whatever it is, it's gone. So it's not the shocks. I've ordered the shocks, but you know, I'll use those on another car. It's fine. So I'm probably going to get it MOT'd. There's 7 months MOT left on it. I probably will get it MOT'd. I haven't decided yet, but I most likely will. But that is it. So the car is getting there. If it wasn't for that seat cover, we'd get that finished by the weekend. But I already have a buyer for it. She's one of the many people who lives locally that is waiting for a car. And she has got the next first refusal. I know there was someone on the channel who said, please bear me in mind for this one. But unfortunately, I've got a list of people that are waiting for cars. And she has been waiting for some time. I had her in mind for the light blue one, but she doesn't like pastel coloured cars. She wanted a base colour, i.e. red, black, white, something like that. And this fits the bill. I've sent her a picture of it on the day I got it, and she's over the moon with what she's seen so far. So I think once she sees the finished product, she will be over the moon as well. So today we are going to get it up in the air, get those wheels off, get the wheels jet washed, any rust that's on them, get that off, get them painted, let that dry. They can then go back on the car, but while they're drying, we'll get the bumper off, we'll get that repaired, and hopefully we can get that all back on the car today, finished, hopefully. But it might not be till tomorrow, or I actually working tomorrow, so yeah, but depends how fast I can do this, and whether I can get it finished by the end of the day and get it back on again. We'll see. But anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get it up in the air and get the wheels off. Time lapse. Let me show you the wheels first. So both wheels have had 3 coats of stone chip. bloody wind. It's a windy day today, so it's not ideal, but it does dry really quickly, so I'm going to take those playing cards out which have fallen onto it, but it doesn't matter. They're just tying them up more than anything. I like to do it on these steel wheels now. I think it looks nicer. What else? Yes, so you sort of saw me on time lapse repairing this. I'm not going to tip it up at the moment, but obviously I repaired it, hot stapled it down there, and then I've put this bit back on. Push it down a little bit more. Using Tiger Seal. Yeah, Tiger Seal. Filthy stuff, absolutely filthy stuff. I had a tube that was opened, but I've just cut the tubing off and got it out with a bit of plastic, but it's absolutely horrible stuff, but it does stick well. Even though I had gloves on, I ended up piercing the gloves, and it goes through, of course. But so that's back on. So I hot stapled that, cut all the hot staples off, stuck that back on. Once that's gone off enough, I will stand it up. I might take the head. No point. I was going to say I'll stand it up, turn it over, and then I need to cut a groove in the bit that I've plastic welded, the split. Drill a hole at each end. Actually, the split goes all the way up, so I don't need to drill a hole at the other end. Drill a hole at the bottom end to stop the split going any further. Cut a groove and then fill it. Hopefully today. Rub it down, prime it, paint it. I want to try and get all that done in one go, in one day, and then tomorrow we can clear coat it. In fact, I might not even need clear coat, because I think I've got direct gloss in this. I'm not sure now. Again, I need to test the paint, because I've got two variations of this colour. The one that I did the other red car, the Sport, which I got from Paints for You, and it wasn't a really good match. It was much more orangey. But I sprayed a bit of that on the back of this when I did the rear, when I knocked that back and it had chipped a bit of the paint off, and it looked the same. So I don't know, maybe this one's different to the Ruby one, don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for an hour just to go off, and then I'll be doing the other things. Again, I filmed some of this in time lapse, not all of it, but I had a problem with these things. The other side was fine, but on this one it was just turning. So what I've done, I cut it off, but luckily I bought one of these recently, so I can put a new thread in the back of it, because I've got the tool to do it now, which is really good. Because I've used cable ties in the end, which I really don't like doing. It's a bit of a bodge, but it doesn't happen very often, thankfully. But the only way around it was to actually cut it. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'm not sure whether that's supposed to be proud. I might have to try and knock that back a little bit so it's flat, possibly. So it looks a bit proud there. Not sure it matters, but I'll knock it back a little bit with a hammer. This one has got the connection for fog lights. No fog lights, but a connection for fog lights. So we just tuck it out of the way. We're not putting fog lights in it, which we could if we had. Actually, I'm not even sure I've got any. If I had the fog light surrounds, there's nothing stopping me. If it was my own car, I would. I'd get some fog light surrounds and put them in, because obviously these have got the blanks on. I may even have decent fog lights, but I haven't got the surrounds. But you know, what's the point in spending money on it? No point. That's it. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So I've had a look at the brakes. The brakes are all okay. They're relatively new discs. There is a little bit of a lip on them, but not that much. But they do look relatively new. Both sides look fine. So that'll be okay. Yeah, that's good. It's all good. All coming together. That's broken. I've got all the tabs because they were on the bit that I've just stuck back onto the bumper. So I'm going to glue and plastic weld those back on. Pretty much as soon as that's done, you cut the ends of the hot staples off, and it's ready to go. So by the time I've done that and that's dried, I should be able to put the spotlight back, the DRL back in. But I'll leave that to the end of the day. I think I'll get the other bits done just to let it go off a little bit longer. By the time when that's done, it's immediately ready to go. you cut off the things and it's immediately ready to use. But I want to leave that a good hour or so for that to go off before I put any tension on it by putting the DRL in. So I don't want it coming loose again. So yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. So I am going to go and have some lunch, and then we'll come back and carry on with it, and we'll give all this a clean before we put the bumper on as well, all the front panel, and obviously we've got to do the normal engine clean. So yeah, we're getting there. I want to put the wheels on because my next door neighbour will be coming home about 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, so I want to make sure it's down on its wheels by then. Bumper doesn't necessarily need to be on at that point, but obviously it's easier if it is, but that won't be happening. But anyway, let's get on with it. Let's have some lunch and get on with it. See you in a bit. Okay, so what have I done? I've not filmed everything because you've seen it all before, so a lot of it all before anyway. So I've plastic welded the DRL. I did notice there was a hairline crack just here as well, so I've plastic welded that as well. It wasn't going all the way through, but just to stop it from going all the way through. So let's pull it out a little bit so you can actually see it. It's still wet at the moment. It's just tacky. So we had obviously the crack, so we've plastic welded it around the back, which I showed you. We've stuck that on. We've drilled a hole and melted a channel across the main crack and then the two cracks that go off, and then we've used bumper, this is special bumper filler, so it's quite proud at the moment, so it'll obviously need a good rub down afterwards. To be fair, I should have probably left the DRL out until such time as I painted it. It just means I've got to mask it off, that's all, which doesn't matter too much. So we won't be doing that today. I'm going to leave that probably till tomorrow, and then we'll get that rubbed down properly tomorrow, and then hopefully primed, and then by Monday we should get the paint on it, hopefully, and hopefully it'll match okay, because as we know, this is a bit of a pig to match this colour, but yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. What else have we done? Put a new DRL access panel in. I need to get some more of those actually, and I've just cleaned up all the slam panel. So I'm going to put the bumper back on just loosely. I'm not going to put it on properly. I'll put some masking tape around the headlight, because obviously when that goes on, if I happen to paint that on the car, which I'm not sure whether I will or not yet, but if I do, then obviously the bumper will be, the light will be protected from the paint. Before we do the bumper, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that riv nut thing. So I've never done one before, so I'm going to set you up and we'll have a go. Have a look at the instructions, see what size we need. I think it's an M6, but I'm not sure. And then we'll do it. Let's see if we can get it done. Right, so I've identified that it's a M6. So if we take one of the bolts, it screws into an M6. So yeah, I haven't got a clue how you do this. So we need this. I'm going to have to read the instructions, or pictorial instructions about how to do it, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so what you have to do is this piece pushes out and then that piece comes off. So you unscrew that, push that piece through, pull the adapter out and put the right one in, which is M6, which is this one. And then, I'm assuming, just reading the instructions, put those out the way there. And then you put, I'm assuming it's the same as riveting, isn't it? You just put the nut on there, or the riv nut, whatever you call it. Riv nut. Yeah, it's a bit windy today, I'm trying to stop it all blowing away. Let's put the sheath in, not sure what you're supposed to do with that. Insert the sheath, put the match nut in the sheath and tighten with a wrench. Done. Okay, work steps. Open the handle and put the nut in the riveter nut stem, then insert the riveter into the hole. The handle needs to be fully open when putting on the rivet nut screw. Rotate the sheath outwards. The working stroke will be longer than before and vice versa. What on earth does that mean? Tighten the screw after adjust the right way. I don't know what it's talking about. Let's put it in and try it. I don't actually know what they're talking about. Doesn't actually seem to be doing anything. Oh, has it done it? Yeah, it has as well. Is that it? Oh, that was easy. Oh, blimey. Oh no, it's coming out again. Actually, the hole's a little bit mangled there, you know. I'm not sure that it's going to hold. I don't understand what he's meant to do with this. Let's try again. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I don't really understand. I think I'm going to have to Google this. Oh, hang on. Is it doing it? Hang on. I'm not sure if that's done that or not. I am confused. Can't get it off now. I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing here. These instructions are just rubbish. I'm gonna have to Google it, I think. I can't get it off. No. It sort of compressed it, but I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out and then I'm gonna come back. So I've done it. I didn't film it because I watched a video on YouTube, which was a different system, but the principle was the same. So there it is. I managed to get it in. If you can see it, hopefully you can see it. I managed to get it in, but it was a bit of a, not a bodge, but I had to, rather than it just unscrewing out the back like you're supposed to, I had to sort of take the thing apart and then unscrew it. So obviously I need to learn how to do that better, and I'm sure a lot of you will probably start giving me advice on how to do it, but I just needed to get it done. But it's in, and it seems secure. Time will tell when we get the bumper screwed up if it starts spinning. Let's hope not. Anyway, what would be nice on the back of those if they had a hexagonal shape that you could get something on to hold it in place when you're trying to unscrew one that's seized, but it didn't, so they don't have those on the back of them, which is really annoying because the only way you can get to them is cut them off, and of course it's quite a difficult place to get to cut things off just there. Anyway, so that is that. So I was hoping to go to get this all done today, but I think that was probably wishful thinking because of the bumper, the filler on the bumper. I need to let that go off properly, really. I don't want to start sanding it just yet. I might have a little look at it and see how it is, but yeah, I'll have a look and see. But probably I'm going to put the bumper on and then come back tomorrow or whenever, maybe Monday. I want to get it done before Monday because I want to go on, I want to get back on Project Ruby on Monday. So as I've taken the seat cover down, I imagine I'll get that back probably Monday or Tuesday, and this will be final clean, and then it'll be finished, apart from a oil change and what have you. And I need to, of course, track the service history down as well. So yeah, I'm going to have a look at this filler. Might see if I can rub a bit of it down, see how hard it is. I've done it over an hour ago, so it might be good enough to, because it's plastic filler, so it's different, so I'm not really sure whether that takes longer or shorter amount of time. I suppose I should read the tin, really. I'm going to give it a go anyway, so we'll be back. Right, so we've filled that with the bumper filler, as you saw, rubbed it down, and I've just put some dolphin glaze on it. This dolphin glaze is brilliant stuff. I've seen quite a few people on TikTok and YouTube using this. It's basically like a self-leveling final finish, and it's sort of filling pinholes, ultra fine finishing. And it says dry in 20 minutes. So I'm going to give it half an hour, and then I'm going to try sanding it, and that means I might even be able to get some paint on today. But yeah, it's supposed to be really good stuff. It's quite thin. It's not like filler. It's really quite thin. It's almost like sort of consistency of double cream sort of thing. Maybe yogurt even. Maybe like hard yogurt. It's difficult to describe, but yeah, it's very, very thin compared to ordinary filler. And obviously because it's got self-leveling properties. So yeah, I'm gonna give it half hour and then we'll have a sand and see how it looks. Right, while I'm waiting for that dolphin glaze, I've got 2 parcels that come this morning, both from AliExpress. So I thought I'd open them. I know what these ones are, but I'm going to open them and I wanted to show you. Check these out. Can't remember how much they are. But these, I've got two of these. I think there's one in blue. Should be one in blue and one in black. They're basically Fiat. They should be Fiat anyway. It doesn't say Fiat on there, but they should be Fiat logoed. They're 500 logoed. Look at him. And what it's got on there, it's got a temperature control, not temperature control, sorry, a temperature LED display. So it's a thermos flask, and whatever you put in it, hot or cold, you tap it on the top there, and you can see it says 16. It's got a protective cover over it. How cool is that? So I've got the blue one for the 500X. Put a nice bottle of water in there. And the other one, I can't remember how much they were now. They weren't very expensive. I think this one is a white one, not sure. Oh, red one. I get red cars, don't I? Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? I like that. Hey, what do you reckon? I think they're really good. Let's take it out so you can see it properly. So yeah, I used one of these. I used to use one of these for work. It wasn't a Fiat one. It's got a little strainer there on the top, so you can actually put tea bags in there, or even loose tea. But I always used it for cold drinks, and it does. They do really work well. And you peel that little bit off. That's just a protective film. So that says 17. You touch it, 17 degrees. How cool are they? So I might give one of those away with a car. Not necessarily this car, but a car. And we'll open the other box up. I like them. What do you think? What do you reckon of that? Let's open this, because I can't for the life of me remember what this is. Colour black. I don't know. What is it? I've ordered these things and they take so long to bloody come, I forget what I've ordered. Bear with, bear with. Oh yes, yes, it's a polisher. It's a cord. I forgot about this. I've been looking forward to getting this. It's a cordless DA. I'm not sure if it's a dual action, but it's a cordless polisher. A battery operated one. Oh yeah. They looked really good. I saw it came up on my Facebook feed from a company called Banggood. I'm not sure if anyone has heard of that. Probably, I'm sure a lot of you have. They're another Chinese company, and it was quite expensive. It was about like 90 quid or something. And I had a quick look on AliExpress, and it came up on AliExpress for like £28 or something. Exactly the same thing. So I thought I'll buy one, take a chance. So let's get it out of the bag. Rip the bag to pieces. Looks like something a bit rude actually, doesn't it? Is it just my mind? You got any power in it? Oh, we got power. Why is it not going round? What are you supposed to do then? Don't know. What's it doing then? Not a lot by the looks of it. I suppose I ought to read the instructions, but that looks really cool. How many instructions can there be? I'll press the power button. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's multiple speed. Oh, I see. So it's one press for on, two press, is it, or do you have to hold it? So that's one speed, which is quite fast actually. Press it again, it speeds up. Press it again, it stops. So it is only a 2-speed, but I thought that would be quite good for polishing. I think you get discs and stuff with it. What do we get? And obviously you can buy discs, of course. But I wanted one that was smaller as well, because the one I've got is like about 8 inch, something like that. Yeah, got a waffle pad. Got a black waffle pad. USB cable. Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? What do you think? I think it's quite good. I'll use that on this car. So I'll put it all back in the box for now. Well, I'm starting to refurbish these. That one's still to do. Those two are rubbed down. And I've done my primer on the bumper repair, and that bumper repair
is invisible. Notice I took the light out again. It was stupid of me putting it in the first place. So yeah, I'm just going to let that go for about an hour, and then I'm going to block that, and then I'm going to try getting some top coat on it. Yeah, pleased with that. Really pleased with that. You literally can't see it. Probably if you went up to it closely, scrutinised it, you probably could a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it might show up a bit more once you got top coat on, or rather base coat I should say. But yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. Pleased with that. Right, base coat's done. You can barely see it. You can see it if you get it in the right light. You can just about see it, but you can barely see it. And that seems to be a decent colour match actually. This is the this is meant to be direct gloss, but I think it might need some lacquer. I'm not sure it is direct gloss. It is quite glossy, I suppose, but yeah, maybe we'll put some lacquer on it anyway. And what's next? We've got, these are all rubbed down. They're all cleaned, scrupulously cleaned, back and front, rubbed down, masked off, and I'm ready to prime. But I'm going to get that out of the way first. I'm just going to hang it off the car because I don't want any spray from this ending up on there. Yeah, the other one up there. The third one, the fourth one, I'm using the one that I lost that I then found again, because that's already been painted the same as these are going to be, so it saves me doing the fourth one. And then the two that I've got left over are actually pretty good. They don't really need refurbing, so if I have another one of these cars and there happens to be two missing and the others are okay, I can use them. So yeah, so we're going to get these primed, and then tomorrow we'll come out, even though I'm working tomorrow, I will come out during the day, providing the weather's like it is today, and get the top coat on them as well, and then they can go on the car at the weekend, which will be good, because the car is all ready for the wheel trims now. All the wheels are all done. I've got to clean the tyres. I bought some of this actually, Autoglim instant tyre dressing. If you leave it on, it goes glossy. If you put it on and then buff it off, it goes matte. I like shiny tyres. This is just my personal preference. I like to have shiny tyres rather than just blacked up tyres. So I thought I'd buy that. Autoglim, obviously one of the biggest names in car cleaning and car care products. So I thought I'd give it a bash. I would give it a bash. Actually, I need to tell you a story, but not now. That's for another time. I'm going to do a separate video on a story that happened many, many years ago regarding Autoglim products and myself and my best mate. It'll make you laugh, it'll make you cringe. It was very many years ago, but we'll come on to that at some point in the future. Oh dear, it makes me laugh just thinking about it. Anyway, so that's where we are at the moment. So we're almost packed up for the day now. It's my cat's meowing for her dinner, so I think, yeah, it's 5:15. So we need to start thinking about packing up, but I want to get these primed today, so I'll give them 2-3 coats of primer, 10-minute drying time in between, and then they'll be ready for top coat tomorrow. That's it. So we'll see you tomorrow. Morning. It's Monday morning. Wheel trims are on. I put those on at the weekend. They were all nice and dry on Saturday, so they are looking sparkling. And they're on. I've used that Autoglim stuff on the tyres. I did that Saturday, so it's been on there a couple of days, and yeah, I like it. I like the finish. It's a glossy finish without it being too glossy. So yeah, I like that. I prefer that to a matte finish. It makes the tyres look pretty almost new, really, I think. Yeah, like that. Anyway, today I'm gonna try and get this finished today. So I've got lots of what looks like Sahara sand in it again, in a little bit of rain we had night before last. So today I've got the seat cover back, which is in the boot, which I will show you in a minute. I've just started cleaning the seats. I've just done the back seat. I say get it finished, obviously they're not going to be dry today. It's a bit of a manky day today. Sun's trying to come out, but it's not going to be that good. If the sun comes out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take both these seats out. Obviously I've got to put the cover on that one, back on that one. Yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. So I'm going to take the seats out, clean them in the garden, then put them in the conservatory. On a sunny summer's day, they dry in the same day, but I don't think they will today. But I'm just going to go over them with the vacuum, and hopefully get as much water out as I can, give them more of a chance. It's not the end of the world if they don't dry today, but I would like to get them back in today, because tomorrow I want to get back on Project Ruby, which you can see hiding in front of the house. So I want to get this done. So I've done the back seat. Going to do the bench seat out in the garden in a second. Take those seats out, do those, and we've got the seat cover back. There it is, sewn up beautifully, absolutely beautifully. So hopefully that'll be easy enough to get back on, relatively easy as it was to get off. And this is the tricky bit. Once you get it down and you have to stretch it, it really took some doing to get it out of there. And I remember when I did these clips, so one of them clips into the other one. And I remember when I did the R bath, it was a right job to get that on. But hopefully we can do it. Anyway, so let's get on. Let's get the seat base cleaned. I'm not going to film it all. Done it all before. Get it cleaned. It is quite dirty, this. Yeah, it's quite dirty. So we'll give this a good going over. Get that sparkling clean, get that in the conservatory, then we'll get those seats out. So we'll be back once we've done those, and then we can get on and get that bumper sorted out. Let me just quickly show you the bumper. So this is direct gloss paint. As I say, it's rained over it. It is direct gloss paint. You can barely see that repair I've made. It's really, really good. You just about see it, just about. But that is nice and smooth. It'll need a polish, obviously. I need a cutback and polish. So we'll do that afterwards, and then we can take the bumper off again, put the DRL on, and then hopefully put the bumper on. Don't think it's going to need any lacquer, because it is direct gloss, so it shouldn't need lacquer. But we'll see what the finish is like once it's cut back, and if I do need lacquer, then I will lacquer it. So yeah, we will be back shortly. Okay, it's time to try and cut this back a little bit. It doesn't actually need very much cutting back, I have to say. It's pretty good, and I'm going to use my new gadget. So I'm going to use the orange pad. I bought these pads from Amazon. They're a bit squashed because they came shrink wrapped. They came yesterday, and all the reviews on Amazon said they really need to rethink the packaging, and some people have just sent them back. But I took them out of the packaging as soon as I got them, and some of them have. The red one's still a bit on the squash side, but they're starting to come back. So I'm just gonna, oops, a bit too much there. Just gonna, oh God's sake, here we go. So as we know with this, we've only got 2 speeds on this. So let's give it a go. Start off slow. It's nice not having wires. So this is a medium compound I'm using here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'll say a little bit. I've only got 2 speeds, so. Right, I'm going to stop that. Stop. I'll get a cloth and wipe that off. I might give it a bit more. See what it's like, really. Yeah, I need a little bit more around there. It's not bad, but yeah, definitely needs a little bit more. I might even need a little bit of overspray there, so I might even need a heavier cut there. To use the right polish helps. Or cutting compound, I should say. Oh, come on. I didn't really go over that bit much, so we'll go over the whole thing again. It's just nice not having any cords, it really is. I think it's about, what was it, 50 quid including the delivery. I think it was worth it. I don't know how much power is in it because obviously I've not charged it. Oh, it's one speed. Be quite good for polishing, I think, this. I think the battery's run out. Yeah, I think that's all right. Yeah, nice finish. That is a really nice finish. I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased with that. I'll tell you what, you know, after having done that and feeling and seeing how good that finish is, I would be happy in completely spraying a bumper with a rattle can. I'm so impressed with that finish. Really impressed. I mean, I want to do it with ordinary paint as well as direct gloss, but you know, that blends in perfectly. You can't see the colour change. It's a perfect match to the wing. It's shiny, it's smooth, it's really nice. If the whole bumper was as good as that, I mean, it shows the rest of the bumper up to a degree, and I will polish the rest of the bumper anyway. But it's so good, I would be happy completely respraying a bumper like that. If I could get it as good as the whole bumper as good as I've got that little patch, I would be chuffed. So what I might do next time I need a front, I've actually got a white bumper down the bottom of the garden which has got a couple of blemishes on it. There's like a little scab on it. I've shown you it before, but I was going to sell it, but now I think I might repair it and paint it. But I think next time I need a white bumper, white is obviously more forgiving than other colours. Red's probably the worst colour to do, red and black. But when I do need one, I think I'm going to buy a brand new one, and rather taking it to the paint shop, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to try it, see if I can do an entire bumper myself. And in the meantime, you know, I sort of know what I'm doing. I've got tack cloths, I've got Scotch pads, I've got plastic primer, I've got plastic filler. I've just bought a new, let me show you. I haven't even taken it out of the shrink wrap yet. A new sander, palm sander. And I've bought some more wet and dry of various grades, and I've also bought wet and dry sheets for that palm sander as well. So I'm fully stocked with everything that I need to do an entire bumper. Probably more than one can would be required for a bumper, probably 2 cans, and I have actually got about 1.5 cans of white. But yeah, I'm gonna, when I need one, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a go and try it. I want to do it on a white one first, because as I say, I think it's a bit more forgiving than any other colour. But I am so impressed with that. Let me just show you. I haven't even shown you, have I really? You're not going to be able to see from the the camera anyway, really. But that is shiny, it's smooth, it's just beautiful. It's really, really nice. I'm well pleased with it. So I think what I'm going to do now, I am going to take the bumper back off, lay it down, put the DRL back in, and then we'll put that back up, put that back on, and then get it buttoned up, and that'll be the front all finished then. And then we're just waiting for the seats to dry, really. But I'll need to clean the top of the engine as well. A couple of bits to go over on the carpet to clean. And I think we're pretty much there. I know there's a couple of paint bits, and I've got that scratch down the side as well that I've got to touch up. But yeah, we'll come to that in a bit. So we're pretty much done now. It needs a wash. So the bumper's all back on. Everything's working. Remember the little scratch we had? Well, big scratch actually. Big scratch we had all the way along there. I've used some G3 on it. It's almost invisible there, and the bit that wasn't has got some paint in it, which I will polish back. So there's a little bit of a mark there. It's not much. In fact, I might go over that again actually. It's not enough to put any paint in really. It's just in the clear coat, so I think it's just in the clear coat. You can feel it, but yeah, I will have another go and polishing it again. I did it by hand with the G10, or was it the G3? Can't remember which one it was now. G3, I think. But I might use a machine on it as well. But I'm going to, although this is, you know, I saw this on the roof. I think that was the G3 where I put the tub on the roof. Get rid of that, all the dried bits. As well, obviously it's not finished on the inside. Oh, I just felt specks of rain again. It's been raining on and off today. It's all clean on the inside. Again, you know, it's just going to have its final going over with the whatever it's called, the stuff I showed you the other day, the pink stuff. And I've got to clean all these door shuts as well once I've cleaned it on the outside, you know, properly on the outside. And then I'll take photographs of it. As I say, it is as good as sold. I think the lady's probably going to come and get it on Friday or Saturday. Probably be Saturday because I'm working on lates on Friday, so unless she comes Friday morning, yeah, it'll be Saturday I think. So yeah, it's done. It's done. Just got to get the seats back in. The seats are drying still in the conservatory. They're virtually dry. I've just been eating my lunch sitting in there and they are almost dry. I'm going to leave them about another hour, then I'm going to put them back in. And then all I need to do internally is get the ozone machine in there, give it an ozone, and then we're done. Absolutely done. Wonderful. It's looking brilliant. It's looking absolutely brilliant. So yeah, nice. Oh, that's what I've got to do. I need to get that off. I thought I'd got that all off, but it hasn't come off, whatever it is. It is raining again as well. Keep getting little specks of rain every night. I was doing bits of painting on it, touching up little bits of paint, and it was raining while I was doing it, which wasn't ideal. But I need to get it clean because I need to get all that dust off of it, and then take me photographs. So this isn't what's left of snow foam. I used the old normal bucket stuff, and then I used one of these. So Built Hammer, or Built Hamber, however you pronounce it, touch on crystalline hydrophobic treatment. So when I washed this car, I could see that the water was as flat as a pancake. It was just sticking to the paintwork. So this has got no protection on this car whatsoever. Now this stuff was featured on It's All in the Detailing's YouTube channel very recently. I think it's the most latest video, which was a couple of weeks ago. And I bought some. I got them on Amazon. You get 10 for about 12 quid. So it's only like £1.20 each. See, I told you I was good at maths. So basically there's two ways of doing it. So you give the car a bit of a wash, and then you put that stuff into an empty snow foam lance, and then you top it up with water. Then you squirt it all over the car, same as you do with snow foam, on a low pressure, and then you pressure wash it off, which is what I'm about to do now. And then I'm not using leathers anymore. I haven't used them yet, but I bought a couple of towels to dry the car. So once we've pressure washed all that off, dry it, and then hopefully we'll now have a nice beading effect on the car. If you want to see the full review on this stuff, go over to it's all in the detailing. I'll put a link to that video in the description, and he'll show you exactly, and you'll also see his skills of drying a car with water. Yes, I kid you not, drying a car with water. Go take a look. We'll see you once we've got this all off, and hopefully it's nice and shiny. Well, it was shiny anyway, but even shinier. So check out the beading. So I've not put any wax on this whatsoever. All I've done is use this stuff, and we've now got lots of beads, and the water is just beading away. Great stuff. What a brilliant little product. As I say, if you want to see the full review of it, go pop over to it's all in the detailing, and have a look at his complete review of the stuff. It's amazing. It's really good stuff. I'm really glad I bought it, and it's so cheap and it's so easy. You can also put it in a bucket of water as well. You don't have to do it if you haven't got a pressure washer or a snow foam lance thing. You can put it in a bucket of water and do it that way. You don't have to do it like this. So everyone can use it. Yeah, great stuff. So right, I'm going to try my new towel now and see if I can get it dried without using the leather and leaving. In fact, I need to throw this leather away. This is the one. So that one is the one I use on my own car, which is that they were bought at the same time, but that one wasn't used for well over a year. And this one, look, it's stiff as a board and it's all falling apart. That is going in the bin. We're now going to use the towels. So yeah, let's do it. Microfiber drying towels. Where on earth have you been all my life? That was, oh my god, I can't believe, not only has it done it fantastically, it's so quick. It is started to spit with rain again, so it's not, it was perfectly dry and now it's not, but oh my god, that so much easier, so much better. It's brilliant. Oh yeah, if you're still using leathers, get rid of it. Do what I've done. Sling it in a bin. Drying towels is the way forward. I have seen people on YouTube using them and I never even gave it a thought. But they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Where have you been all my life? So thank you everybody for suggesting I use one of those instead of the damn leather that we left all the bits lying behind. Leaving behind. Brilliant. So I'm just going to go and clean in all the door jambs and what have you, and then I think I'm going to, if it stops raining again for 10 minutes, I'm going to get the seats in, and then we'll be done. That's it, finished. Absolutely, completely, 100% finished, and it looks absolutely amazing. It really does. Absolutely amazing. It's one of the nicest ones. Oh, I do just need to black that up a little bit. But apart from that, it's done. Seats have actually dried today in the conservatory. They're bone dry. Yeah, sorry about that. Interrupted by a neighbour coming out. Yeah, so yeah, all dried off, nicely dried off, all back in. The new seat cover, oh, not the seat cover, the repaired seat cover is all looking good. Dash is all cleaned. It's just fantastic. Since I did that, I did clean that, and I've just put fingers on it because it's still wet. I need to go over that again now. I mean, it is just, that tyre stuff, that Auto Glim tyre stuff is the business. It looks like I've just done it. If you like shiny tyres, that's the stuff to get. I will not use anything else now. It's really good. Really, really good. The wheel trims just look fantastic. A lot of effort doing that. Quite a lot of effort. Bumper looks fantastic, matches perfectly. It's just everything about it is just fantastic. Can't fault it, cannot fault it one little bit. It's just fantastic. I've taken all my photographs. Absolutely amazing. It is so shiny. It's incredible. I know it's sunny, but I mean the camera, but I don't reckon the camera will be doing it justice. But it is just absolutely fantastic. Stunning. So now that's finished. We will be back on that one in the morning, getting that door done so we can get it down the body shop, and then as soon as that's down the body shop, the white convertible can come back. But what do you think about this one?
Absolutely stunning. So that's the end of this project, the end of Project Red Therapy. Next time we get another therapy, we'll try and make it not blue or red, and we can call it something else, like yellow therapy. Don't want brown therapy or beige therapy. Let's see what we get next. Anyway, that's the end of Red Therapy. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's been a nice quick one, and it has come out absolutely stunning. I'm really, really pleased with it. And I'm sure the lady who's having it is going to be pleased with it too. I think she's going to come down Friday or Saturday to collect it. She's saying collect it. She hasn't even seen it yet, but she's talking about collecting it. I haven't actually got the logbook back yet. I'm hoping it's going to be processed this week and I might get it this week. But if not, then we'll have to, if she's happy to take it without the logbook, and then as soon as it comes, I can just get it transferred to her name, and it will backdate to the day that she collects it. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.